Einen wunderschönen willkommen zum heutigen Abend. Namen Flo. Willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Mit dem Geschichtenerzähler, also mit uns. Ich habe schon mitbekommen, die Geschichten, die er erzählt, die sind richtig super wahrheitsgetreu.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Bisschen Angler-Latein, das stimmt, ja. Cowboy-Latein. Da geht ja schon wieder gut los, ja. Nachtigall, ich höre shooten, ja. Schade, dass es manchmal immer ein bisschen schlauchgängig ist, das Ganze. Oha! Was ist denn hier los?
Bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop.
Hat ja geklappt.
Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Bild, Ton. Wissen schon. So. Aha. I knew it. Und tschüss. A locomotion. A locomotion.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Ja, ja.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
That silent thief!
Also.
What the hell?
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
Run, but you can't hide.
But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Nee. Hit the road, Jack. Oha.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
Oh.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Mann, ist das brutal.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
You can run!
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Jetzt ist offen, wa? Ach so.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Geschichtsänderung. Die kamen ja alle hier.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, aua, au, au, au.
He's killing everybody.
Naja, nicht everybody.
They'll
Ne?
kill us all.
Irgendwo liegt ein Nugget.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Ach, der juckt hier. Oh, ach da. Ich kann gerade nicht die Maus loslassen. Jetzt kann ich.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The
So,
fastest
weiter
gun
von
in the gang.
Settlerabend hier. Oh Gott.
Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Ach komm, das ist schon wieder gut. Der bewegt sich die ganze Zeit. Ist doch doof.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Aller guten Dinge sind drei, denk dran.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Los geht's. Der Todeszug zur Hölle.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Seine Vendetta geht schon 20 Jahre, ne?
That Kid Curry's kind of crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at us? We're under fire!
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down. Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Eine Karte.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
Nein, nicht von Union Pacific.
The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Die müssen wir alle wegmachen, rechtzeitig. Weiter, halt den
Kid
Band.
Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards.
Ach, jetzt
And I
noch
made
einmal.
it a point to remove any dynamite that I came across. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Who the hell's that? Hey, you!
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Shit, man!
Alter! Wo haben wir es jetzt?
Ready to meet your maker?
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Hey, warum springt der auf einmal? Was ist denn hier? Ach, hier die scheiß Schräge.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Die Waffe verzieht, die ist krumm. Aua.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Da oben. Über den Weg.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. There was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Doppelbündig Sturm gerade eben.
Get off the bridge!
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment.
Wo? Mach ab! Ach, Lunte löschen.
Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Weil schön sieht's ja aus, ne?
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
Alter! Kann ich mich irgendwo verstecken hier? Ich bin tot. Haben wir es jetzt?
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Everything!
Aus der Entfernung, ey.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
He's scared! Stand still so I can kill you! You can't beat me! Shit! You can't hide forever! God damn it, I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this sumbitch out!
I'm with you.
Are you kidding me? Guess you had enough, huh? Do you know who I am? Like this cocksucker! Move it, boys! Head smells like a kid. Show yourself, you coward! Time for you to lay down and die. Hold him on while I reload. Damn! This is the last piece of that you'll ever make.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Ach komm!
Fast as he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
Weiter geht's. Mann, 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 Mann.